Let's end the year with a light novel haul. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I actually wanted to end the year with a anime haul. I think I bought like 12 anime DVDs, something like that, from Right Stuff, which, by the way, their link is down there below. Yes, if you are international other than US and Canada, I think the shipment price goes up. So unfortunately, US, Canada, you probably have the best bet when it comes to it actually being cheap. So go and check them out. They have cool stuff. Unfortunately, the anime has not arrived yet, and I don't want to risk it. I have to pre-record all these videos before I leave to vacation, and today is the last day of mail, so I'm gonna actually do the light novel video. If the anime does arrive later today, maybe I'll do the video, but probably not. Anyways, hopefully everyone is practicing safe distancing as well as safe precautions. Don't drink too heavy today on the 31st. Be careful with who you party, and please don't get drugged. Okay. Now that's all out of the way. Let's start with the light novel. Now, for those who don't know what light novels are, 'cause I've had this question before. Light novels are essentially regular books. Okay, they don't have pictures. They're like a chapter book. Okay, they do have maybe every like 50 pages they'll have a picture for you to kind of visualize how the characters should look, but at the end of the day, it's a regular chapter book, no pictures. Whereas a manga, it's kind of like a comic book for those who kind of can think of something here in the US. So light novels definitely give more to the story because it's writing the story in such detail. Whereas in the manga, you really have to pay attention in every single panel to understand any hidden message or stuff like that you might miss. Personally, I prefer reading the light novel than reading the manga, then watching the anime. Obviously, that never kind of happens, or not never, but that rarely kind of happens because sometimes they release a manga, then they release the anime, and then they make the light novel, like in the sense of High School D&D. Or they'll do an anime and then they'll release the manga here in the US, and then they'll release the light novel. I think I'm Still Standing on a Million Lives, kind of like that. So it kind of changes. Some only have manga. Some have both manga and light novel. Some only have a light novel, and then they release the anime, and then eventually they release the manga. They kind of all go in different orders. So light novels, for those who are heavy readers, obviously, because it is kind of like a chapter book, it takes longer to read. It's not as easy to read as a manga, but it still gives you a lot of more information. So I'm going to start with the new ones, and then kind of climb down to the ones that I am collecting, which I only have one new series, but there's two of them. So volume 1 of A Mysterious Job Called Oda no Nobunaga. And I'll read the back here for you guys. The greatest conqueror history's never seen. At last, the time has come for the gods to bestow young Neville with his official profession. As a minor feudal lord, Asteroid hopes he gets a job impressive enough to let him step out of his older brother's shadow. However, he ends up with a unheard of job called Oda Nobunaga. It's not long before Accel learns that Oda Nobunaga identity involved is a famous conqueror from another world who will forever change his destiny. So, kind of a world-jumping thing, as well as finding who he is. Middle child. I'm not really a middle child. I'm the youngest child of my family, but middle child's syndrome, at least in psychology, they suffer the most in finding out who they are. typically they say because the youngest is adored by their parents because it's the kid that they get to enjoy last, right? All the things that, like, it's the last baby they're ever gonna hold that's theirs and stuff like that. Whereas the oldest, it's the first kid that they get to do everything first with. So they just love that kid also because of that. And then the middle child is kind of like in the middle child, so kind of left behind. That's kind of what this, in a nutshell, what middle child syndrome is. So kind of sounds like he has that. He's kind of overshadowed by that. So I got the first volume and the second volume. I'll see what it's all about. The second volume in the back gives you the vibe that this is going to be a harem. The first one didn't do that, which is when I bought the first one, I'm like, okay, this is going to be kind of a cool story. Then I saw the second one, I'm like, oh, okay, they might turn this into a harem. And it looks like they will, but, some harems end up actually being not too bad. So I'm gonna put them over here. Okay, next ones. Next ones are already part of my collection. I'm just adding to it. So Accel World. This is actually, man, I think they're still releasing the light novels here in the U.S. I don't know if they're actually finished in Japan. I think they are. But this is an anime that you guys can watch. It kind of ended with the feeling that there was going to be a second season, and they never released a second season. I don't know how long it's been. It's been at least 3-4 years since the first season released. Pretty good anime if you can find it. I don't know where exactly you can find this one. Probably in Funimation or Crunchyroll you can find this anime. But light novels are great. They give us obviously a lot more information. They really go way past the anime. I think by volume, I think this volume is already past the anime. I could be wrong, but they have a lot more of a story. I think they're releasing like volume 18 right now in the US. That's how much of a story they have. So a lot of people really enjoyed it. It focused on an overweight kid who basically becomes a strong dude online, and one of the prettiest girls, this one, in school, takes him under her wing, and she is actually the strongest at the time there in the game, and he becomes, I don't know, like a superhero, I guess, there. So I think no one knows who he is though on real life terms. So I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen the anime, so I might be making up stuff, but it's a good anime. I remember that. I read the manga or some of the manga, and now I'm trying to pick up the light novels and get into the story. So recommend it. Go get yourself at least the manga, if not the light novel, the manga. It's a pretty good story. Okay, the next one is going to be level 4, or volume 4, of bottom tier character Tomozaki. Now, I think this one is an anime that's releasing either winter or spring. I'm not really sure which one it is, but pretty good story this far. I started the first volume not so long ago. Here in the back says, after finishing the busiest summer of his life, Tomozaki is ready to get back to school. He may not always agree with Hinami's approach, but he's still working to find the best stretch for clearing the game of life. So, anyways, it's kind of like they're seeing the real life as a game other than actual life. So anyways, good story. I think people will enjoy this one when it releases here this next year. And then last but not least, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, Volume 6 and 7 I'm adding to my collection. This is a harem that actually I did enjoy, and I think they're doing season 2 this next year. I don't think it's releasing the winter, but I think they are doing season 2 next year. I'm excited for it because the story. I think at the point where I am, I think I'm still where the anime is with the light novels. I'm just in volume 2, but it's so good. The light novel actually takes it a lot slower than the anime. The anime kind of rushes through stuff, but the light novels take it slower, and you get more of the character build-up. So actually, Volume 1 doesn't really feel like a harem because there's only really two girls present in Volume 1. Eventually, they'll add more girls, but at the same time, I feel like they're gonna. It's not gonna be just fan service like it is in the anime. So, light novels a lot better. They're doing a good job, and we'll see what comes after that. Guys, those are all. Again, if my anime box comes in, I might do the video. If not, I'll just wait till I come back from vacation. Thank you guys so much for giving your love and support to this channel. There's a giveaway happening. Make sure you don't miss out on it. Thank you for the best year that you're giving me here. I hope you guys are, again, practicing safe, partnering. I don't know. Be safe. Be safe this last day of the year. Don't make it a tragic story of 2020. Thank you guys for your love and support again. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.